Welcome back to the Awesome Agents podcast. Today we have a story that honestly kept me up last night.
Yeah, this one is a big deal. Amazon's threat intelligence team just dropped a report that changes the conversation around AI and cybersecurity.
So let me set the stage. A single hacker, described as low to medium skill, used Claude and DeepSeek to breach over 600 firewalls in 5 weeks.
Across 55 countries. And here is the part that really matters. No zero-day exploits. None.
Wait, so how did they get in?
Exposed management interfaces and weak passwords. That is it. They scanned the internet for Fortinet FortiGate admin panels sitting on common ports and just brute forced their way in.
So the initial access was almost embarrassingly simple. Where does the AI come in?
Everything after that first login. The attacker built 2 custom tools. The first one is called Eklan, and this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay, walk me through Eklan.
It is a Python server built on the Model Context Protocol, MCP. It ingests stolen network data, routing tables, credential dumps, host inventories.
And then feeds all of that to Claude and DeepSeek?
Exactly. The LLMs generate step-by-step attack plans, prioritize which targets to hit next, produce vulnerability assessments during live intrusions.
So the AI is basically acting as a senior penetration tester sitting next to a junior hacker, telling them what to do.
That is a really good analogy. And the second tool, Sheeker 2, is a Go-based scanner that runs parallel VPN endpoint scans. They scanned over 2,500 targets across 106 countries.
Yes.
You know what is wild? This person apparently left their server wide open. Researchers found everything.
1,402 files across 139 directories, stolen configs, credential dumps, AI session artifacts. There were folders literally labeled Claude and Claude 0 with cached prompts.
So we can actually see how they were using the AI. That is rare.
Very rare, and it confirms this was not opportunistic. It was systematic integration of commercial AI into every phase of the attack lifecycle.
What happened after they got into these firewalls?
Full configuration extraction, SSL VPN credentials, LDAP accounts, internal network maps. Then they used a known CVE from 2019 to decode Fortinet's encrypted passwords.
A vulnerability from 7 years ago?
Still unpatched on hundreds of devices. From there, AI-generated scripts classified networks by size and value, ran port scans, identified domain controllers.
And then they went after Active Directory.
Bloodhound for AD mapping, DC sync attacks for full hash extraction, pass the hash for lateral movement. Textbook post-exploitation, but the LLM was orchestrating the sequencing.
There is something in the article about backup targeting that really alarmed me.
Right, they were specifically hunting Veeam backup servers, exploiting known CVEs, running PowerShell to extract backup credentials, even targeting QNAP NAS devices.
That is pre-ransomware staging. Destroy the backups first, then encrypt everything.
Exactly. They were building the infrastructure for a large-scale extortion campaign.
Okay, so here is the paradox that I find fascinating. Amazon says the AI-generated code was actually kind of bad.
It was effective at scale but fragile. Redundant comments, naive JSON parsing, poor error handling, classic hallmarks of AI-generated code used without refinement.
And when they hit a properly hardened system?
The tools just broke. The attackers' notes, written in Russian, show they would just abandon difficult targets and move to easier ones. Volume over precision.
So it is not that AI made them a great hacker, it made them a fast hacker.
That is the key insight. The campaign succeeded because of scale, not skill. And there are so many poorly configured firewalls out there that speed was enough.
600 breaches in 5 weeks. That is a pace no human could sustain manually.
Not even close. And the defensive recommendations are things we have been saying for years. Do not expose management interfaces to the internet. Enable MFA. Do not reuse VPN passwords.
Basic hygiene that most organizations still are not doing.
And now the cost of not doing it has gone way up because the attackers have AI multiplying their throughput.
So what is the takeaway here for our listeners?
The AI safety debate has been focused on hypothetical risks. This is not hypothetical. Commercial LLMs are already being used as force multipliers for real cyber attacks.
The barrier to entry has not just been lowered, it has been functionally removed. That is a sobering thought to end on. Thanks for listening, everyone. Stay safe out there.
And patch your firewalls.